The Quality or Quantity project is very much about assessing the impact of teaching global citizenship to years 1 through to years 5. So the way it works is that we have a baseline activity which assesses pupils' attitudes, thoughts, knowledge on a particular subject. And the global learning themes that we're working with are sustainability, human rights, diversity. Then the same activity, after going through a process of global learning, the same activity is conducted once again, and that might be after a year or after 2 years, of using a whole school approach. So not just in the classroom, but also the school itself in terms of what images are used for display, in terms of what books are available in the library, to assess the change in attitude of children. An example of how this has worked is that we have presented children with images of different children from very different backgrounds, girls and boys, different ethnic backgrounds, different levels of ability. And we've asked these children, who do you think will be a doctor, who will be a scientist, who will be a nurse, who will be a teacher? And to begin with, what was interesting is that some of these children, their response was that the Asian girl who was wearing a hijab was definitely not a doctor, she was a nurse. Or that she was going to get married, so she wasn't even worth considering for a job. And then the young, blonde, disabled boy who wore glasses was definitely going to be a scientist or a doctor because he wants to help people like him. And the white girl was going to be a teacher because she's white, so she's clever. And so after going through a process of global learning, the changes in how these children responded to these pictures was absolutely phenomenal, because the golden nuggets in it were the fact that they weren't certain anymore. They went through the same activity and their response was, but how will we know what they will grow up to be? We don't know anything about them, these are just pictures. And this is precisely it, is to develop this critical attitude, not just towards a knowledge subject, but also to develop a critical attitude towards what is being asked of you, what you are being asked to learn, to question the question, so to speak. And these children definitely developed that.